Just hours after the strike was called off, the tea farms in Kericho roared back to life. With swift, nimble fingers, workers picking up from where they had left, trying to make up for the 3 weeks during which they had downed their tools. While on the surface, things seem to have returned to normal, beneath the expansive fields of green gold, the grievances that led to the workers' strike still smouldered. The mists swirl around the workers who are seemingly oblivious. 6 days a week, in rain and shine, from 7 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, they must focus only on this, picking an average of 35 kilograms of tea leaves each. It is hard, back-breaking work that earns each of them about 515 shillings for every day worked. This amount at the heart of their grievances. The money they make, they maintain, doesn't stretch beyond meeting their daily needs. This tea worker has picked tea leaves for 13 years, raising 4 children on her meager salary.
Mimi nisomesa mtoto akue kwa shule mzuri, halafu nichenge nyumbani, hata nyumba hata ya permanent. Ndio hata watu wakisema fulani anafanya Kericho kwa majani chai, hata hiyo mji inaonekana iko sawa.
This hand-to-mouth existence making it difficult for them to stay away from the farms even for the duration of the strike.
Cross pay inaweza kuwa 18, lakini wakati unaenda kukula mshahara sasa net pay unapata kama ni shilingi 1500. Hauna pesa kabisa.
And while from afar they seem to be living a comfortable life, provided with shelter, water and power at no cost, up close the cracks are plain to see. At one estate, a worker coming back to the little unit he calls home counts himself lucky to live alone. His neighbors must fit whole families into the little spaces, sharing sanitary facilities while cultivating vegetables in the spaces between their houses. None of the amenities, they say, address their unfulfilled needs.
Kitu tunalilia ya kwamba afya yetu na maisha yetu ya watoto wetu wa kesho watusaidie. Watoke hapa wakisonga mahali ili wasaidie hata hao nao wafaidike siku nyingine.
Last year, their union, which represents over 90,000 tea workers, moved to court seeking to enforce the 2014-2015 collective bargaining agreement. It proposed, among other things, a 30% pay increment with 1 paid rest day each week. It also asked for a 30,000 shilling medical allowance for each member, with a similar baggage allowance upon termination of employment. The union also sought to have the age of retirement raised to 60 instead of 55. All these approved by an industrial court. The companies represented, among them Sassini, James Finlay's, Unilever and Limuru Tea, which have workers in Kericho, Nandi, Sotik and Limuru, however, did not comply.
The employers failed to honor the court ruling. Instead, they decided to take the workers to court and obtained a stay. Finlay's being one of them, Sotik Tea decided just honored, paid the workers 15% of the 30%.
At the height of the strike, the workers reportedly torched a woodshed at the Finlay's tea factory, causing firewood worth millions to go up in smoke. At one company, on a normal day, workers harvest 350,000 kilograms of tea leaves daily. The losses occasioned by the strike are estimated at about 400 million shillings in Nandi and Kericho counties alone. The dicey situation putting at risk a sector that remains a top foreign income earner, having raked in 125.5 billion shillings in the 2015-2016 financial year. In Kericho, the country's biggest tea-growing zone, businesses are reeling from the strike.
Sisi hapa Kericho, ekonomi yetu huwa tunategemea sana watu wa majani chai. Sasa wanapoenda kwa mgomo, sisi wote huwa tunaumia.
Sasa tungeomba wapewe pesa zao. Juu wakipewa pesa zao, ndio tunapata kazi hapa hivi kwetu.
On Tuesday, 7th November, the industrial court ordered the tea workers to return to work ahead of a meeting scheduled for Monday. Yet though it decreed that no workers should be victimized, a section of workers received dismissal letters. Others were transferred. In tea-growing zones across the country, workers bent over the tea, picking it as fast as they can as they wait for their day in court. The tea workers' strike is now over. The workers back to work, but their grievances remain unresolved. The workers pegging their hopes on a December ruling, which they hope will change everything. Wilkis Anyabwa, Citizen TV in Kericho.